Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thomas Fletcher, and I'm the host of the LCSW network. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor by smashing that like button, by subscribing to the channel, and by sharing this video with your LCSW colleagues and friends. The purpose of this channel is to create a community of hope and support where LCSWs can come for reliable news, information, and inspiration. Okay, let's get to today's topic. So how many of you were aware that on October 13th, 1960, the National Association of Social Workers drafted the very first social work profession code of ethics? Honestly, although I'm familiar with the NASW Code of Ethics, I just learned this morning that the first draft was published on October 13, 1960. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to honor you all by reading the original Code of Ethics from October 13, 1960. Here we go. Social work is based on humanitarian democratic ideals. Professional social workers are dedicated to service for the welfare of mankind, to the disciplined use of a recognized body of knowledge about human beings and their interactions, and to the marshaling of community resources to promote the well-being of all without discrimination. Social work practice is a public trust that requires of its practitioners integrity, compassion, belief in the dignity and worth of human beings, respect for individual differences, a commitment to service, and a dedication to truth. It requires mastery of a body of knowledge and skill gained through professional education and experience. It requires also recognition of the limitations of present knowledge and skill and of the services we are now equipped to give. The end sought is the performance of a service with integrity and competence. Each member of the profession carries responsibility to maintain and improve social work service, constantly to examine, use, and increase the knowledge upon which practice and social policy are based, and to develop further the philosophy and skills of the profession. This code of ethic embodies certain standards of behavior for the social worker in his professional relationships with those he serves, with his colleagues, with his employing agency, with other professions, and with the community. In abiding by the code, the social worker views his obligations in as wide a context as the situation requires, takes all of the principles into consideration, and chooses a course of action consistent with the code's spirit and intent. As a member of the National Association of Social Workers, I commit myself to conduct my professional relationships in accord with the code and subscribe to the following statements. I regard as my primary obligation the welfare of the individual or group served, which includes action for improving social conditions. I give precedent to my personal responsibility over my personal interest. I hold myself responsible for the quality and extent of the service I perform. I respect the privacy of the people I serve. I use in a responsible manner information gained in professional relationships. I treat with respect the findings, views, and actions of colleagues and use appropriate channels to express judgment on these matters. I practice social work within the recognized knowledge and competence of the profession. I recognize my professional responsibility to add my ideas and findings to the body of social work knowledge and practice. I accept the responsibility to help protect the community against unethical practice by any individuals or organizations engaged in social welfare activities. I stand ready to give appropriate professional service in public emergencies. I distinguish clearly in public between my statements and actions as an individual and as a representative of an organization. I support the principle that professional practice requires professional education. I accept responsibility for working toward the creation and maintenance of conditions within agencies which enable social workers to conduct themselves in keeping with this conduct. I contribute my knowledge, skills, and support to programs of human welfare. Well, there you have it, folks. That is the Code of Ethics that was originally adopted by the Delegate Assembly of National Association of Social Workers back in October 13th, 1960. Let me know your thoughts. I was, as I was reading through it, I was kind of struck on the gender language. It only refers to his and him. So yeah. So it's interesting how the voice of this document is very male-centered, which kind of surprised me. But I read it to you exactly how it was written. So those are some of my initial thoughts. But I think that this document, honestly, in 2020, this document is still very relevant to the world we're living in 2020. And obviously, it has been updated several times. So this is not the current draft that we follow as social workers. But I thought it would be interesting to review this original Code of Ethics with you all. So please, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. Again, if you're new to the channel, please smash that like button. Please subscribe. Please share this video with your LCSW colleagues and friends. And again, thank you all for all that you do. And remember, in addition to taking care of other people, remember to take good care of yourselves. Bye for now.